Welcome to the Budget Car Guide, where we engage in exhaustive analysis not only of vehicles as machines, but as cultural artifacts and market statements. Today, we undertake a deep, multifaceted examination of an automobile that stands apart from every other entry in the electric luxury segment, not through technological singularity alone, but through profound symbolic weight and political resonance. The subject is the Hongqi E-HS9. To analyze this vehicle through the same lens as a Tesla, Mercedes-Benz, or NIO is to misunderstand its fundamental raison d'etre. The Hongqi E-HS9 is a unique phenomenon, the deliberate translation of state authority and ceremonial prestige into a consumable yet still awe-inspiring, full-size, all-electric SUV. It represents a fascinating collision of ancient symbolism, modern industrial policy, and aspirational luxury, offering a masterclass in a form of automotive presence that Western brands have largely abandoned or never possessed. The name Hongqi, red flag, is inextricably woven into the fabric of modern Chinese history. Since 1958, it has served exclusively as the official state limousine, the vehicular embodiment of the Chinese Communist Party and government. For decades, seeing a Hongqi sedan on the street signaled the passage of a high-ranking official. It was a moving symbol of power, shielded by opacity and exclusivity. The launch of the E-HS9 and the broader commercial revival of the Hongqi brand under the FAW group is a strategic and culturally significant maneuver. It democratizes access to this aura, not to the political office itself, but to its aesthetic and psychological trappings. The E-HS9 allows the affluent individual, the corporate titan, or the regional dignitary to project an aura of institutional authority, of sovereign confidence. This analysis will dissect the E-HS9 across four critical, interlocking dimensions: its exterior design as political theater and architectural statement, its interior as a ceremonial chamber and throne room, its powertrain as an exercise in silent, effortless authority, and its overarching market positioning and the sociology of conspicuous sovereignty. Chapter 1. Exterior Design, the Architecture of Authority and Unapologetic Presence. The Hongqi E-HS9's exterior design is its primary means of communication, and its language is one of uncompromising, monumental presence. It categorically rejects the sleek, wind-swept, aerodynamic efficiency dogma that defines most contemporary EV design. Instead, it embraces a philosophy of architectural mass. Every proportion and detail is calculated to evoke solidity, permanence, and an almost intimidating grandeur. This is a vehicle designed to be seen, to command space, and to visually assert dominance over its environment. The frontal aspect is the most potent symbolic statement. It is dominated by the colossal, vertical waterfall grille. This is not a functional air intake for cooling. It is a heraldic device, a gleaming wall of chrome comprised of numerous thin, upright bars that cascade down the front fascia. Its design is directly inspired by the grandeur of traditional Chinese palace architecture and the imposing gates of imperial compounds. It serves as a modern-day pai fong, an archway, framing and announcing the vehicle's significance. Flanking this monolith are slender, slit-like LED headlights, which appear less as sources of illumination and more as watchful, piercing eyes. The lighting signature is sharp and horizontal, creating a stern, unmoving expression. The combination is deliberately formal and inscrutable, projecting an image of reserved, unquestionable power. The vehicle's profile is a study in imposing geometry. The silhouette is unapologetically rectilinear, long, tall, and squared off. The beltline is high and straight, the greenhouse upright and formal, and the roofline flat. This three-box SUV shape prioritizes interior volume and a commanding upright seating position over aerodynamic slickness. The sheer length and height of the E-HS9 are its first physical impositions. It visually occupies space like a land yacht or a small armored vehicle. Prominent chrome accents outline the windows, frame the lower body, and highlight the massive wheel arches. The wheels themselves are monumental, often 22 inches in diameter, with intricate multi-spoke designs that gleam with chrome, emphasizing both luxury and the immovability of the structure they support. The rear view continues the theme of formal breadth. A full-width LED light bar spans the tailgate, often with intricate internal patterning. The tailgate itself is vast and flat, and the rear bumper is substantial, frequently accented with more chrome. The overall impression from any angle is one of immense, deliberate weight. There is no hint of sportiness or agility. Instead, the design communicates stability, protection, and a serene indifference to haste. The E-HS9 does not look like it moves through traffic. It looks like traffic parts for it. Its aesthetic is rooted in a different tradition of automotive art, that of the state limousine and the papal mobile, where visibility and symbolism trump all other concerns. Chapter 2. Interior Architecture, the Mobile Throne Room and the Theater of Opulence. If the exterior is the palace walls, the interior of the E-HS9 is the throne room. Stepping inside is to transition from a symbol of power to its experiential reality. The cabin is conceived not as a driver's cockpit, nor even a lounge, but as a ceremonial chamber. Its primary purpose is to cater to and impress the rear seat occupants. While it can be configured in a more conventional 7-seat layout, its apotheosis is in the lavish 4- or 6-seat configurations, where the second row becomes the absolute focal point. In these configurations, the rear cabin is transformed into a pair of sovereign spaces. 2 individual aircraft-style executive seats are positioned in the outboard positions, each a masterpiece of powered adjustment and comfort technology. They offer not just heating and ventilation, but sophisticated multi-mode massage systems, extensive recline angles that approach a flat bed, and power-extending leg rests. They're separated by a massive fixed console that runs from the front dashboard to the rear seatbacks. This console is a command module in itself, housing climate controls, seat function panels, a wireless charging pad, and a refrigerated compartment. More critically, it is the foundation for a cascade of digital displays. The E-HS9 is famously festooned with screens. Beyond the digital instrument cluster and large central touchscreen for the driver or chauffeur, there are typically high-definition touchscreens mounted on the back of the front headrests for rear entertainment. The rear console itself often features multiple additional touchscreens for controlling cabin environment, media, and comfort features. This proliferation of screens is not minimalist tech. It is deliberate display of abundance and command, a visual testament to the omnipresent connectivity and command available to the occupant. The material application is unambiguously opulent, drawing from a classical lexicon of luxury. The cabin is swathed in the finest semi-aniline leather, often in rich, deep hues like burgundy, navy, or ivory, with elaborate diamond quilting and piping. Authentic open-pore wood veneers, likely rare species like ebony or bird's-eye maple, cover the dashboard, door panels, and console. The headliner and pillar trims are upholstered in thick, plush Alcantara, creating a soft, enveloping canopy. Ornate detailing is everywhere. Crystal-like glass inserts for the drive mode selector and volume knob, intricate metal speaker grills, and embroidered Hongqi logos on the headrests. The ambient lighting system is extensive, but likely tuned for a warm golden glow rather than multicolor theatrics, reinforcing a sense of traditional, gilded luxury. Acoustic engineering is paramount. The goal is the creation of a silent sphere. Extensive sound-deadening materials, double or even triple-paned laminated glass, and specially tuned low-noise tires work in concert to create an almost vacuum-like silence at cruising speeds. This allows the premium audio system, often with over a dozen speakers, to perform with pristine clarity, or allows for confidential conversation. The experience is one of profound isolation from the outside world, a moving, luxurious sanctuary where the occupant is utterly insulated and served. Chapter 3: Powertrain and Dynamics, the Serenity of Sovereign Motion. The mechanical philosophy of the Hongqi E-HS9 aligns perfectly with its aesthetic and experiential goals: effortless, silent, and unflappable progress. It is not engineered for track day heroics or for maximizing driving engagement. It is engineered to move its considerable mass with serene, unruffled authority, making the act of travel feel effortless and dignified. The powertrain is a dual-motor, all-wheel drive electric system. In its most potent iteration, it delivers up to 405 kilowatts, 543 horsepower, and a staggering 750 newton-meters, 553 pound-feet of torque. These figures are substantial, but in a vehicle weighing well over 2.5 tons, they are deployed with a specific character. Acceleration is smooth, linear, and profoundly quiet. The 0 to 100 kilometers per hour time is respectable, around 4 to 5 seconds, but the feeling is not of explosive force, but of an immense, unyielding wave of torque that simply and silently gathers speed without drama or strain. This reflects the desired character. Power should be ever present and commanding, but never nervous or aggressive. Energy is stored in a massive 120 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack. Given the vehicle's non-aerodynamic shape and significant mass, its range is a study in priorities. The CLTC rated range varies by configuration, but generally falls between 460 and 690 kilometers. Real-world highway driving, especially at higher speeds, will trend toward the lower end of this spectrum. Efficiency, measured in watt-hours per kilometer, is not this vehicle's strength, nor is it intended to be. The design and mission prioritize space, presence, and comfort over slicing through the air. The battery's size is a testament to the commitment to capability, ensuring that even with its appetite for energy, it can undertake substantial journeys between charges. Charging capability is competent, supporting DC fast charging, but the focus is not on class-leading peak rates like an 800-volt system. It is on sufficient, reliable replenishment. The chassis and suspension tuning are where the E-HS9's luxury claim is most physically validated. An adaptive air suspension system is standard. This system does more than just adjust ride height. It is calibrated for one primary objective: imperial isolation. The air springs and continuously variable dampers work to completely decouple the cabin from the road surface. Expansion joints, potholes, and broken pavement are not so much felt as they are acknowledged by a distant, muted thump. Body roll in corners is controlled but not eliminated, as sharp handling would compromise the feeling of floating, cloud-like comfort. The steering is light and isolated, providing minimal feedback. The driver or chauffeur is meant to guide the vehicle, not wrestle with it. The braking system, blending regen and friction brakes, is tuned for progressive, unjarring stops. The entire dynamic experience is engineered to make the journey an eventless, tranquil transition, affirming the occupant's separation from the mundane hassles of the road. Chapter 4: Market Positioning and the Sociology of Conspicuous Sovereignty. The Hongqi E-HS9's ultimate significance cannot be understood through a spreadsheet comparing it to a Mercedes EQS SUV or a BMW iX. It exists in a different conceptual category. Its competitors are not German technological flagships, but rather vehicles like the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, the Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600, and the Range Rover Autobiography. It competes on the axis of presence, symbolism, and the projection of institutional-grade authority. Its value proposition is threefold. 1. Symbolic capital. Ownership of an EHS9 is an act of aligning oneself with the pinnacle of Chinese industrial and political achievement. It is a statement of national pride, success, and connection to a powerful tradition. For business elites dealing with state-owned enterprises or government bodies, it is a non-verbal communication of understanding and respect for that hierarchy. Sovereign space. It offers an interior experience focused on the pampering and isolation of the passenger that is unmatched in its price bracket. The combination of space, material opulence, rear seat technology, and optical isolation delivers a chauffeur experience at a price point significantly below a Rolls-Royce or Bentley. Unignorable presence. In a sea of anonymous luxury SUVs, the EHS9 guarantees recognition. Its design is so distinctive and imposing that it cannot be mistaken for anything else. For buyers for whom visibility and making a statement are paramount, it is a potent tool. The EHS9 is not for the tech evangelist who values autonomous driving specs or for the driving enthusiast who cherishes feedback. It is for the individual or entity for whom the car is an extension of their status, a mobile boardroom, a statement of allegiance, and a private sanctuary all in one. It proves that in the high-stakes world of ultra-luxury, emotion, symbolism, and cultural resonance can be far more powerful purchasing drivers than 0.1-second differences in acceleration or the latest iteration of a driving assist software. It plays a game where the rules are written not in Stuttgart or Munich, but in the interplay of history, power, and national identity. Conclusion: the Flagship as cultural artifact. The Hongqi E-HS9, in the definitive analysis of the Budget Car Guide, is a vehicle of profound fascination. It stands as a monumental achievement in branding and product positioning, successfully transmuting the intangible aura of state authority into a desirable commercial product. It is a rolling lesson in how design, space, and ambiance can be orchestrated to create an emotional experience rooted in power and tradition rather than in futurism or sport. Its success in the Chinese market and its growing curiosity abroad underscore a diversification of global luxury tastes. It represents the confident export of a Chinese luxury aesthetic, one that does not mimic the West, but draws from its own deep well of symbolic and cultural references. The EHS9 is more than an electric SUV. It is a cultural artifact, a statement of national automotive confidence, and a compelling alternative definition of what the ultimate luxury vehicle can be. It reminds us that at the very peak of the market, the most powerful features are often the ones you feel in your gut, not the ones you read on a spec sheet.